It's a new season and venue for A1GP. The Amsterdam canal boats aren't as quick as the drivers are normally used to travelling, but it was a perfect opportunity for the guys to catch up.
I think it would be more difficult for us to defend the title than it was to win it, but you know, we had a good team, and I think everybody is ready for that.
And it looks this season it will be better because everybody I think learned from last season, so we have to see. I'm really excited about this season.
It's brilliant being back. I thought that, well, it's just gone so quickly. It's going to be great to get back in the car. So yeah, brilliant to be back.
Fourth last year and our first year was pretty good for a small country like us. But we've improved a lot, and you know, we want to come out fighting strong for the winner of the championship.
The test at Silverstone went really well, so we started strong, and I think we're going to build on that throughout the championship.
I'm so excited, and now I got the chance, and I have 3 races to show my potential.
Yeah, it's great to get back into the swing of things. You know, I haven't been racing during the summer, and got to do the first race now, and it looks pretty good for us.
Yeah, it's great. There's a few new faces around, and a couple of guys that I've met up with last year, and a couple of guys that I've raced with for a long time as well. So no, it's nice, and it's good to see some rookies coming up through the ladder as well.
There'll be some new friendly faces in A1GP with the introduction of the rookies. They'll get the chance to make a name for themselves in a session on Fridays.
I've never raced out of North America before, so this is the first for me on a whole bunch of levels. We're going to be helped out this weekend by being able to take part in the rookie session, so that's going to be a big help and a big advantage for us, I think.
Yeah, well, it's obviously a huge opportunity for me, you know, and just to represent my country alone it's a big thing, and then you get to visit a lot of nice places, and you know, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far.
One rookie feeling the pressure is Jerome Bleekemolen, who'll drive in his first A1 race on home soil in front of over 100,000 fans.
With Jos not driving, it's for him a gift from the sky, and he will do just the season now, and later on we will drive with 2 young drivers.
Phone's been ringing non-stop since they announced it, but it's very nice. For the last month, everybody has been talking about A1 here in Holland, so it's going to be really nice. But of course, as the driver, maybe there's a bit of extra pressure, but I hope that can help me to be a bit quicker.
I have a humble feeling that we might have quite a few podiums. I think he can cause a big surprise.
In sport, it's the taking part that counts. But in motorsport, it's all about winning. And A1GP brings that extra dimension of national pride. Drivers are competitive people, whether it's on or off the track, in their 550 brake horsepower A1 car, or this. This is the Mountfield tractor, and it just proves that drivers want to win, whether it's 200 kilometers an hour or 20. All the drivers quickly develop their own unique technique, some very stylish, and others, well, not.
It's a great little tractor here they've got. They've really done them up.
It's really very funny, and now I have a good idea for Christmas for my father, eh?
You know, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I like driving stuff, what can I say?
Could have done with a bit of a front anti-roll bar change, but other than that, I was pretty pleased with my effort.
I got traffic as well on my quick lap, didn't you see?
It was great. It's really very different to what I thought, but I really enjoyed it.
No, this is my actually first run on Mountfield, so it's a great experience. Enjoy it, but I'm looking forward to the race.
They punished us in the rugby earlier in the year, so I had to get one back.
Yeah, definitely. That's the only one they're going to get this weekend.
After our tractor rookies had got to grips with the machine and circuit, things started getting serious.
Clearly a case of bad equipment, wasn't it? Hey, if you lose, you've got to blame the equipment. The lawnmower definitely wasn't performing right.
When they called my name and his name, he immediately jumped on number 1. I said, wait a minute, man. And then when I walked over, they popped up the hood. So I knew there was something going on.
It's an absolute joke. It's a disgrace to motorsports everywhere. It came right across into my lane. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I had the slowest one.
Yeah, whatever.
Look!
I just push and we pass, you see?
Yeah, obviously I feel something pushed me, so it was quite good for us.
It was a home victory for Thomas Costa, who took away the tractor as first prize. No guessing what his father will be getting for Christmas then. It's full of old world treasures in a bustling and yet modern city. Welcome to Beijing.
I mean, we've had a really cool day here touring around Beijing. It's my first time here in the city, so got to do some cool stuff, got to see some cool sights. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great tour. We've seen a lot of different things, and it's amazing how the people live here.
Looks like Brazil because it's like São Paulo, it's a big city, but I mean it's totally different, and I'm really enjoying to be here.
It's a very nice city to be in, and we've just had a nice tour. So, but of course we're looking most of all forward to the race of Sunday.
30 million people live in this amazing city. The oldest part, the Hutong, is famed for its old shops and architecture. And the best way to investigate is by the traditional Chinese method of transport, the rickshaw.
We had a very good street race here. We are leading now. So, yeah, it started very good. I think the streets are very narrow.
Drivers never enjoy being passengers, but this is the ideal way to see the city. Snaking their way through the narrow streets was perfect preparation for this weekend. It's just the ancient city's transport has been seriously moved into the 21st century. This weekend, rickshaws have become pretty high-tech. An icon of Kuala Lumpur, the Petronas Towers are one of the tallest buildings in the world. And this season, Team Malaysia's Alex Young has also been reaching new heights.
Our success, winning 3 races, has definitely got a lot of people interested in it now, and which is great, you know. With the interest comes added pressure, but that's good. We're more than capable of handling it, and I think we'll have a good weekend this weekend.
And whilst some were reaching dizzy heights, others were simply getting dizzy. But if anyone can handle the twists and turns, then the A1GP drivers should have no problem. The G-force felt in the neck and body whilst driving at speeds of up to 260 kilometers an hour is much more intense.
The G-force isn't quite the same as the car, but lots and lots of fun. Upside down G-force more than anything.
It's actually fairly similar kind of feeling when you're upside down in a roller coaster and the car, but I think I prefer being upside down in a roller coaster than the actual car now.
Well, the main difference is we can't steer, of course, but yeah, it's totally different. It's a totally different thing, but it's a good experience actually, because you feel you have the same forces on your neck and everything. Only, yeah, this time you can't control it, but still, it's really nice.
I don't like things I can't control, so I'm not going anymore. And it was a good experience, but that's it. That's enough. I don't like things which I cannot control. That's it.
And going on a roller coaster also has an effect on the heart rate. We put a monitor on German driver Nico Hülkenberg.
It was about 130, not too bad, but it's a lot of spectacular out there. It's very fun, it's good.
130 beats per minute at the fun fair, but at the circuit, whilst driving an A1GP car, it increases even more to around 160 beats per minute. 2 minutes on a roller coaster is nothing compared to what these guys are used to. By the end of this afternoon, they'll have driven for almost 2 hours with one goal: to win. 21 cars will not win, but that is the roller coaster of A1GP. Keeping on track is the aim of all racing drivers, but not here. The A1GP drivers swapped their single-seater cars for quad bikes and a trip through the Indonesian jungle. Some used their racing skills of balance and control, whilst others went simply for speed.
I got to absolutely thrash it through the terrain and just look out for any snakes and whatever debris that was on the track. But no, I had an absolute ball out there. It was fantastic.
It was very nice inside the jungle. The track is not very clean, but it was good fun, sliding a lot.
Pretty good fun out there, but Rangan was pushing like hell. I thought that he will spin or crash.
I think we missed the snakes and the tigers because we were crossing the jungle, but yeah, we were off.
It was quite good. It was quite nasty, but it was okay. So we had quite a good fun, and it was nice. Yeah.
Didn't make it to the finish. Tell us what happened. Oh, I landed a bit sideways, but ever the professional, kept it under control and you know, kept it all nice and tidy.
You're immense talent, obviously saving your life in this one. Oliver Jarvis, glad to have him home.
It was a lot of fun. I wish we had better brakes so we could push a little bit harder, but you know, it's good time. This was awesome.
The beautiful island of Bali provided the perfect mixture of fun and relaxation for some of the A1GP drivers between the races in Malaysia and here in Indonesia.
It's just been great, especially after China and Malaysia. We have a very tight schedule. It's just been great hanging out with all the drivers and, you know, having some fun in this paradise.
From sports to spas, the drivers treated themselves to a foot massage. The perfect way to relax before an afternoon of competition. An extra addition to the A1GP calendar was the Bali Beach Race.
I'm really competitive, but you know, I'm a little too relaxed after the spa, so I don't know if I could run very good.
I'm a little bit worried actually. I'm very, very bad swimmer. You know, it's all about to have fun, relaxing, have fun together, and that's it.
And there was a late entry with the arrival of local hero Ananda Mikola. The atmosphere was electric and a little amusing before the start of the triathlon.
I want my mom. 1, 2, 3.
Italy's Enrico Toccacello made a blistering start into the sea as the drivers attempted to swim back round to shore. It was fellow Italian Michele Rugolo who led after the swimming and running. But he had never kayaked, and the Brazilians showed their versatility and stormed ahead. It was a team effort by Rafa Matos and Tuca Rocha, who had been pretty confident of success in the build-up to the event.
It just feels great, you know. It's been definitely an awesome time here in Indonesia. Hanging out with the guys, all good people, and I mean, I definitely had the confidence that we could win this thing, and we made it. And I'm just so happy for it.
The kayak was handling beautifully, you know, really good engine, and the guys had it tuned just perfectly. I think team made a really good call on tire choice and paddle angle, and I think that's what really gave us the push to get ahead of Michele there in the second stint. Obviously, Tuca was a bit quicker on the kayaks, but hey, Brazil, got to hand it to them. Great 1-2 for Team Brazil today.
The running is fun, just only the kayak is really difficult because for me first time try that one, and also because under pressure I try to pull in the same rhythm, but the kayak always go to the right and I try to do on the left again, but anyway it's fun.
The drivers were rewarded with a beautiful Balinese ceremony and trophies for the winners. But we thought it best to leave them in peace. It was meant to be a holiday after all.
To Bali!
One of the most beautiful countries in the world, New Zealand is famed for its rugged terrain, stunning scenery, and warm, welcoming people. but some of the welcomes are slightly more dramatic than others. The drivers got up close and personal with the traditional Maori welcome of rubbing noses to say hello. But the real fun began when the boys got their toys. It's not every day you can jet ski on a volcanic crater.
It's really big fun, very powerful. I'd rather do racing. I like that more, but just for now it's great fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's nice to do these things and it's a great lake, not a lot of waves, so you can really go really quick.
Oh, it's great, nice weather, nice place to be. And it's awesome for us, and it's difficult and competitive because you don't want to be last and you really want to win, so it makes it difficult, yeah.
It might have been fun, but for some, it wasn't as easy as it looked.
Took that corner too fast, I think, and the machine went north and I went south. Oh, I had the safety car, the camera crew, the rescue people, I mean everybody but the helicopter's coming down to fix us up, so it was fun.
Pretty awesome, man. I mean, I was just really caught out by, I guess, just how quick they can turn.
It's fantastic. I can't get the smile out of my face. It's just brilliant feeling. I've never done that, and it's so amazing. It's really good fun.
These wave runners, jet skis, or whatever you call them, have been really stable, really quick, and a lot of fun. And now the work begins.
Some of the most iconic landmarks in the world provided the backdrop for a driver's fun in Sydney. After some PR work and a little posing, it was time to play, and what a playground to have. Jet boating in the famous Sydney Harbour.
It was the first time out for me on the jet boat, and it was really great fun. Going like 80 clicks through the harbour on the water, have a nice view on the opera, it was really brilliant.
It was good fun. The guy knew what he was doing. We were all screaming, willing him on, and he got more and more leery.
It was pretty nice out there. It's good action, and we had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
You got to see the Sydney Opera House, the bridge, so it was really good fun. Yeah, a couple of 360s, so it was a great experience.
But how does it compare to the A1GP car?
Well, obviously in the cars we get high Gs, and out there it was pretty impressive actually. I've never done it before, so to be racing around the Opera House like that and underneath the harbour bridge, it was just fantastic.
It's very different. On the water you get much more of a sensation of speed, and when you hit wake it's quite a jolt to the back and that sort of thing.
It's a completely different feeling, that's for sure. It's you're still pulling similar, like a lot of Gs out there, but the cold and the wet and the loss of voice is a bit unfamiliar.
It's unusual for us guys not to be in control, or most of us not to be in control, shall we say. But you know, it's a different experience to be driven rather than to drive ourselves.
Drivers are used to living on the edge and looking fear in the eye. But could they look a shark in the eye? That was the question at the Ushaka Marine World.
I saw a lot of danger fish here just around me. It's good.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, getting to see all the sharks out there, some big ones out there.
I never usually like being the lower member on the food chain, but that was actually pretty fun. It was cool to get up and close with them.
More scared of getting in with Carl than getting in with the sharks, I think.
Let me go. High five. It's
pretty good actually. Saw all the sharks swimming down under the water there, so it's nice to be here in South Africa and see some of the local animals.
Very good, very interesting and cold, man.
I think I was more hungry than the sharks.
Stuck a few fingers out of the cage there, but unfortunately no takers. Still got 10.
A new day dawns over South Africa. Breathtaking scenery unfolds before your eyes. Home to some of the most impressive animals in the world. This is Zulu country. A much simpler existence than the jet-setting A1GP drivers who gladly accepted the invitation to sample the local way of life in the village of Bekitunga.
It's very interesting. I mean, you know, you hear so much about the Zulus. You know, they seem to just be very harmonious with nature. It's been a great experience for me.
For somebody who is from middle of Europe and never seen people living like this, I mean, the whole country, the whole state here is beautiful. I like the nature much more than cities.
It's really great. It's the first time for me I saw a native, the Zulu land. The people's really good and very friendly.
It's nice to see how these people live and all these habits they have. So it was a unique experience, and we had lunch there, which was quite different to our normal lunch. But I think we all enjoyed it very much.
After it was time to put village life behind them and head out to the wilds of the Sishlui in Falosi Park and the St. Lucia wetlands.
It's quite a proud feeling to have the other drivers see what South Africa has to offer. They've shown us their countries, and to come here and do something like this reminded me of what South Africa's like.
We've taken the drivers out of the cities and we've brought them here, I guess, to what you could call the real Africa.
It's one thing to be at home watching it on TV, but it's something else to actually be out here and actually seeing what it's all about.
When you see the animals in their own environment, it's totally different than the zoo or anything else.
But when the sun goes down, the jungle comes to life. For the park, it's not just looking at the impressive creatures, it's making sure they stay healthy too. The drivers watched whilst rangers carried out checks on one of the lions, and whilst she was calm, the drivers were not.
You guys must just be very aware that there's hyenas around here.
When we do call-ups, we take blood samples and basically check on the welfare of the lions.
We saw the hand of the lion, and it's huge. I mean, it's just incredible.
You could actually see the other lions and the hyenas just about 30 feet away, you know, trying to see if they could get any closer to us.
It's impressive how big it is. This big cat, and it's just something you would like to one day have at home, but you can't.
This whole trip's been really amazing. You know, something I've always wanted to do.
This will definitely be one of the highlights of the trip.
It's just amazing, a new experience.
We always do nice things, but this was really something special.
Dry desert air and the famous cactus, symbols of Old World Mexico. So we took our very modern drivers for some good old-fashioned fun.
You like that?
The art of rodeo and cowboys goes back hundreds of years, but this is a skill which is still practiced and taken very seriously in this part of the world. Whilst the drivers are used to containing 550 brake horsepower, restraining these horses was no easy task. These cowboys are some of the best in the business. Unlike these guys, it's obvious driving is their forte and not lassoing. And try as they did, it wasn't too safe to stand near them, human or horse.
Yeah, it was not so easy. At the end, I didn't catch the horse, but yeah, it was interesting to do. The show was really good.
It's incredible how these guys do this, and it's awesome that we have the opportunity to come here to watch them and for sure to represent Mexico. And for me, it's very nice to have these kind of events here.
They do something similar in Brazil, but I never really tried. I'm towards more driving race cars and lace the girls.
Back inside, they got to try their hands at some typical Mexican games. But drivers enjoy a faster pace, so some of the braver boys got on the bucking Bronco. Some stayed on longer than others, but ultimately they all ended up in the same place. Horses, real or mechanical, and horsepower are very different things.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun getting to get out there with the drivers and of course compete on a little bull riding competition, mechanical bull. It was fun.
It was really good fun. First time to try it. It was really hard to keep on it, but you know, I think I was good. Better than other drivers.
You think in a race car the crotch belts are uncomfortable? That hurt. 550 horsepower, not a problem. Give me one horse, not so much.
Shanghai is one of the fastest growing cities in the world. A mixture of old culture with a modern twist. Shanghai is busy but beautiful, and we gave the drivers a taste of Chinese culture.
Who's going to play drumming first? You just follow him.
The drivers turned their hand to drumming, and when they'd mastered that, their rhythm was put to a different use, dragon dancing, and it was fair to say some were better than others.
A bit of a workout on the forearms, I mean it was pretty good. And then the drumming, well, I think we'll just leave that off. I wouldn't say I'm the best drummer in the world.
Yeah, it's my new friend. I still have to shave his little beard, but I like him.
I'm definitely a dragon dancer. I have no rhythm at all, so I'd stay away from the drums.
We had Khalil in the rear and he was only pushing backwards with the dragon dance, but yeah, it was fun.
So to do a bit of a dragon dance it's very cool.
This was an ancient tradition performed in a very modern venue.
No, it was terrible. But there were a few out there who were making a good impression for the rest of us. Oh, it wasn't too bad. We had a nice little Chinese trainer waving his arms in the air everywhere at the front there, so as long as we followed him, it was all right.
The English countryside was the perfect tranquil setting for the A1GP Kings of the Castle. But drivers like action, and it wasn't long before they were tearing up the rolling fields of Leeds Castle. The only wildlife in this field was the A1GP drivers in their Apaches. No gravel traps or tyre walls at this rolling circuit though.
Oh, it's exciting, man. A lot of fun. It's a beautiful place.
But as always, precision was the name of the game, and whilst some were good, others experienced some technical issues.
I don't make even one lap, so Dave will fix the car and then we try again.
Problems on the circuit, track's green, got some poo flying everywhere.
Prada. Time to go shoot something.
Whoa! The drivers also got to try their hand at clay pigeon shooting, but 12-bore guns are a different type of power to the one these guys are used to.
A lot of fun, and it's good to have everybody out here in the English countryside. It's a beautiful event here.
Now we're shooting in England. Probably it's very normal here, but I like it.
No, it's the first time ever shooting, so it's quite an experience. The old 12 bore gives off a bit of a kick.
It looks easy, but it's not easy, but it was good fun. I've never done the shooting, I've never driven such a car, so that's why I'm very happy. Best event maybe the whole season.